all the care, nutrition, saddle fit, all those different things, so that you can make it a better deal for your horse. That's being a good horseman. Part of being a good horseman is also being able to work with one on the ground. So these older horses, I work with them just the same as I work with a colt. And these restarting horses can quite often be a little bit more difficult because I've already learned certain things. And so Vicky was saying that this horse here's had a fair bit with pigs and stuff and deer, but also had a problem with his wolf tooth on the right side. It tends to lock up. And so that's a problem she needs to get through. And the horse will have a lot of muscle memory and things like that, and so it needs to learn how to work through that and be less bothered. And so it may never have had a flag work with it before, and so that's maybe why it's quite bothered Vicky. But it'll be good for the horse to learn to be calm with these things, so that if you're working in an arena or you have one of your hunting things, if a plastic bag blows through the arena, you're not going to get into trouble and get hurt. So all these things about safety. Working with a flag can be quite hard, and people can get into quite a bit of trouble, so it all comes down to your timing. If you do something out of time, you may get kicked. And so I'm always making sure that I've got this horse's nose to me a little bit here, so that if she goes to kick me, or he goes to kick me and gets bothered with the flag, I can take that hindquarter away and I won't get hurt. But I'd really like this horse to understand that things are going to be okay. And so when she gets a little bothered like that, starts to run away a little bit more, I take my flag away and just work with her. And pretty soon here she'll get a little bit more comfortable with this. She sort of just wants to run off. She wants to take a hold of the halter and run away. So there she's starting to relax and get a little bit more used to it. If you come out here with the idea in your head that you're just going to put this flag on this horse and get it used to it, you might end up hurt. And so I really want her to move around me. She's starting to make some changes. She's starting to get a little bit more confident that I'm not actually going to hurt her with this flag, or she's not going to get into too much trouble. And so I can rub her a little bit. You see, a horse has got two things to save its own life. And one's flight and one's fight. And so if I can let her move off when she's a little bit troubled with the flag, she's taking flight. And she'll start to feel a little bit more comfortable, as opposed to just letting her stop her feet and get stopped. Then she'll feel a little bit more bothered. And obviously this side here is where she gets a little stuck on you. So she tends to stick down on the feet a little bit. And so we can use all these things. You know, people talk about natural horsemanship. So when I'm working with the horse, what I'm really trying to do is use the natural things of the horse, which is flight, to get the things to work for me. So I'll just move around again a little bit. So she gets pretty stuck there and she's pretty bothered. And I'm just going to tap her here. I want her to learn that when I reach with the flag there, it just means move off. But I also want her to learn that I can rub her. So when I'm working on the ground, it's as if I was on her back anyway. And so the leg rope on my left hand is directing the horse, and my flag here is just like my leg would be if I was riding her, asking him to move along. And then I might put my leg on and ask her to step behind a little bit more, but she wants to run away. And so if I could just get her to yield a hindquarter a little bit, and get her to work behind, and then I'll let her come ahead. I'll get her to work behind a little bit, and come ahead. And so if I was riding this horse, it would be no different. If she wanted to run away, I'd say, that's okay, you can run away a little bit, but I'd take her in a bit of a circle, make it harder for her to run away, but get her to use that impulsion in a constructive way. And so in the midst of difficulty, there lies opportunity. There's always an opportunity to get something done. I'd never want to shut this horse down or take this run out of her, but I'd get her to use it a bit more constructively, so that later on, instead of running off, when she feels me start to reach, she'll start to slow down and rate. And that's important whatever you're doing. I want her to listen to my body and my feel. And so I'll ask her out again, and ask her ahead. See, she's not real sure, but there's a good change. See, she get a little fast there, so I might ask her to yield a little bit behind, and come ahead again. Yield a little bit behind, and come ahead again. Because if I just keep stopping her every time she ran away, she'd learn to get stopped, and she may think that being stopped is where her comfort zone is going to be. But I don't necessarily want that. I want her to feel comfortable about moving around, but also feel comfortable about the flag. Does she run off your leg a little? Doesn't seem to. Okay. So we'll get her to move her head again a little bit. See she's a little stuck here. So all my flag is, I'm not punishing her for not moving off, I'm just encouraging her to try. No difference when you put your leg on. You're asking her to move away from pressure. So there's some nice changes. We'll take her around and see how she feels on the other side. So I'll lead her out with my right hand.
How are you doing?
I'll bring my left hand in. You see she wants to run away again, and I'll give her room. I won't shut her down, but I'll give her room to feel a little bit better about what's going on. I'm taking a bit of a hold with my right hand.
Hang on.